what's the newest thing going on with Birth Right Citizenship, you said? That's what y'all was talking about?
I said that Trump, were advocating to get rid of birthright citizenship, right? Which is, kind of falls under the 14th Amendment. However, birthright citizenship has to do with blood, There's a phrase in Latin, I don't know the whole phrase, but it has to do with sanguinis, or what they call jure sanguinis, it says that blood and kinship cannot be destroyed by any civil law, which is really talking about DNA. Your DNA is always going to tell on you, but birthright citizenship has to do with your blood more so than just soil. There's like they say people that move here, and they have children here, and so now all of a sudden you're an American. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll say you become a U.S. citizen. Well, a U.S. citizen is nothing more than somebody on paper who is joining a corporation. But if you're saying that you're an American, that's something else totally different. American has to do with two parents whose blood is connected to that particular soil, to that land, right? So if I'm coming from let's say I'm coming from out of Spain, right? And I came here and you came here. We were both from Spain, and then we would have children here and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden we start talking about our children are Americans. No, they're not. They're from Spain. You know what I'm saying? You was born in the Americas, but you from Spain.
Your blood ties are in another country.
Yes, your blood ties in another country, which is going to be related to the soil, to the territorial lands that your parents came from.
Now that's an interesting statement when I say blood ties are to the land. Like I guess in my head I think about the people who have died, so their blood is in the soil. Is that what it really means when you say no?
No, it means that originally there's a word that's called in situ. In situ means where your ancestors originally originated from. Okay, so I know that my ancestors originated in the Americas, right? And so therefore, when you and I, when we got married, we moved to Germany. Our firstborn was born in Germany, right? But it wouldn't make sense if we start saying, oh, he's German, because he was born in Germany. No, he's American by blood. Yeah, that's called in situ. Where did your mama and your daddy come from? Where did your grandfather, your grandmother come from?
Remember when they were saying that in Germany?
Yeah.
They was playing a basketball game. I guess I don't know what it means. I shouldn't even be saying it, but it was like,
It can't mean anything good. It's like, no, I ain't gonna say it, but yeah, it can't mean anything good. But that's really what it is. So if you're trying to get rid of birthright citizenship, the only reason why you could be trying to get rid of birthright citizenship because it's going to boil down to where did you come from? In other words, we got a lot of, how would I say, the Constitution. I want to say the Constitution, but let's talk about the treaty. In the treaty, right? Treaty rights come from the original people of the land, right? You go into a treaty with somebody, with a foreign power. The foreign power are guests in your country. They're not citizens of your country. They're guests. They're like on a usufruct, if you will, right? To see how they would be acting for a certain period of time. Okay, so all foreigners who come here may be born on American soil, but that doesn't make you an American.
So the reason that the birthright citizenship is becoming a bigger issue than what we expected is because of what?
Because
It's hot in
it will boil down to rights to the land, rights to the resources, rights to the economic structure, the system that's in place. For instance, it was said in the scriptures that do the kings of the earth take tribute, taxes, of their sons and daughters, or do they take tribute of strangers? The answer will always be a stranger. So, elsewise, the children are free. Okay? So, if I am indigenous to this land, that means that one, I live tax-free, and two, anything that is derived from this land in commerce belongs to me and my progeny first.
I see a bunch of text messages coming through, so I got to get them. But can you tell us what? I was listening a little bit when you had your what did you have, a virtual call today?
Yeah, it was
commit to you was talking about the Native Americans. You remember what he said?
well, the Native Americans depends on what you're talking about, because you know everybody say Native, right? I like to use the word original or Aborigine. We are the Aborigine or the original people, and then you talk about the Native Americans and stuff like that. There's a difference between a Native American and an American Indian. Even though we didn't call ourselves Indians, that's not what we called ourselves. You know, other people called us that to hide your true identity. But the native